Hello, and welcome to Softer. This is Mara Morales.
Welcome back to Softness in Action. This week, we're practicing something many of us don't do nearly enough: being kinder to ourselves. On Monday, we gave ourselves permission to rest. Yesterday, we paid attention to the way we speak to ourselves. Today, I'd like to invite you to do something that may feel surprisingly unfamiliar. Celebrate yourself, not in a boastful way, not because you've done everything perfectly, but because you've made progress. So often, we rush from one accomplishment to the next without taking a moment to appreciate how far we've come. We reach one goal and immediately begin chasing another. We finish one challenge and immediately focus on the next one. It's as though we're always looking toward the horizon, forgetting to turn around and admire the ground we've already covered. Imagine climbing a mountain. Every few hundred feet, you stop to catch your breath. You look back, and you realize the view has changed. You've climbed farther than you thought. Progress often feels the same way. It's easiest to see when we pause long enough to notice it. Today's small act of kindness is simple. Celebrate one small win today. Maybe you chose patience when you normally would have reacted. Maybe you exercised. Maybe you made a healthy meal. Maybe you finally sent the email you'd been avoiding. Maybe you asked for help. Maybe you simply got through a difficult day. Every one of those moments deserves acknowledgement because they are evidence of growth, and growth deserves to be celebrated. One of my favorite quotes is by the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Every meaningful change begins the same way. One decision, one conversation, one act of courage, one small victory. Those little moments may not feel extraordinary today, but over time, they become your life. Kindness fuels kindness, which fuels kindness. And one of the kindest things you can do is recognize the quiet victories that no one else may ever see. Now, let's slow down together. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. If it feels safe, gently close your eyes. Take a slow breath in and slowly let it go. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Allow your shoulders to soften. Relax your jaw. Let your hands rest comfortably. Bring your awareness to your breath. Now think back over the past week. Notice the moments that made you proud, the times you chose kindness, the moments you kept going when giving up would have been easier, the quiet victories that no one applauded. Take a moment to acknowledge them. Allow yourself to smile, not because you're finished growing, but because you're growing. Silently repeat, I honor my progress. I celebrate small victories. Every small step is leading me somewhere beautiful. Take one more slow breath in and slowly exhale. Imagine carrying that sense of encouragement into the rest of your day, not waiting for perfection before you're proud of yourself, but choosing gratitude for every step forward. Rest here for another moment. And remember, becoming softer is a practice. Every day offers another opportunity to celebrate progress instead of perfection, effort instead of outcomes, and growth instead of comparison. Begin bringing your awareness back to your body. Notice the surface beneath you. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. As part of our Softness in Action Challenge, open your Softness in Action journal today and answer these questions. What is one small victory I'm proud of this week? What would I say to encourage a friend who accomplished the same thing? Can I offer those same words to myself? Sometimes the smallest victories become the foundation for the biggest transformations. Before we finish today, I'd love to share another softer story. This one was sent in by James from Portland, Maine. He writes, "A few years ago, I decided I wanted to learn to play the guitar. After a few weeks, I was frustrated. My fingers hurt, I couldn't switch chords fast enough, and I was ready to quit. One evening, my grandfather stopped by while I was practicing. He listened for a minute, smiled, and said, 'Play me the first song you learned.' I laughed and told him I couldn't. He said, 'Yes, you can. It won't be perfect, but it doesn't have to be.' When I finished, he clapped like I'd just played a concert. I told him I'd made a dozen mistakes. He smiled and said, 'Maybe, but a month ago you couldn't play a single chord. Don't forget to celebrate how far you've come.' I still think about that whenever I start something new. Now, instead of asking, 'Am I good enough?' I ask, 'Am I better than I was yesterday?' That one question has changed my life. Thank you, James, for sharing your beautiful story with us." Has someone ever shown you kindness you'll never forget? Has a simple act of compassion changed the way you see the world? Or has Softer inspired you to become a little gentler with yourself or someone else? Share your Softer story by emailing us at thesofterpodcast@gmail.com. Your story may be featured in a future episode and could become the encouragement someone else needs to hear. And if these daily moments of reflection are meaningful to you, please take a moment to like, follow, and subscribe to Softer. It helps us reach more hearts and continue to build a kinder, more connected world together. Thank you for listening to Softer. Our music is by Rebecca De La Torre and Thomas Searing. Softer is produced by Michelle Severson. This has been Mara Morales. Carry the softness with you today.